Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Maritime Athletic Profiles on YouTube for today's coverage of the RGT Summer League Final as the number 5 seed Kizzy, the defending champions, take on the number 2 seed Young Guns. Beautiful day for basketball here at the University of King's College. My name's Alan April, all of the play-by-play call, and happy to be joined once again by Ilya Kurbanov, a former King's College Blue Devil himself. And Ilya, we saw both these teams yesterday advance in some tough semifinal action. What do you expect from today's final matchup between the veteran defending champion Kizzy and the Young Guns, whose name is pretty appropriate?
Well, you know, we were talking about it yesterday, right? The Young Guns and almost the Old Guns, right? It's quite similar in terms of play style. A lot of fast pace, guys who can knock down threes, and the size factor is definitely will be a huge advantage for the Kizzy squad, you know, with Kevin Churchill, obviously, and Travis Adams, and, you know, Osbury. There's so many to name. So it's going to be a lot tougher for the Young Guns today to run at the same pace as they did yesterday against the Gremlins. So it'll be interesting to see. But speaking with Chase Hines prior to the game, and his key to the game was really everybody will have to rebound. It's going to have to be a team effort, and if they can pull it off, that's the only way they'll win this game.
Yeah, you mentioned Chase Hines. The Young Guns were very impressive in their semifinal win yesterday. It ended up like an 8-point game, but they led consistently by 20-plus throughout the game against the Gremlins and reigning MVP Tyler Oliver. So we saw yesterday they're able to withhold a big scoring threat in the paint, and it was turning defense into offense that really sparked the run for Young Guns yesterday.
And it was, once again, the team effort, right? We're like Tyne said earlier, it's going to have to be the team effort today. Everyone will have to be on the glass and have to be alert. With Kevin Churchill, Tyne said we cannot let him get those easy touches. We'll have to send a double team, and that's rightfully so. Kevin Churchill, one of the best players in this league, if not the best player, right? With the footwork on the inside, he can back you down, he can fade away and shoot those jumpers, like we said, like Dirk, wearing that number 41 here. So it'll be interesting to see if that plan works out for the Young Guns, and, you know, if they continue to play as a team like they did defensively, they definitely have a chance to make some noise.
Mentioned Kevin Churchill. He had 18 points to help Kizzy to their overtime win over TGA yesterday, but it was Marquis Clayton with 27 points, a game high, and some heroics in overtime that helped seal the deal. You know, what kind of matchup are we going to see in the backcourt in today's game with a bunch of talented guards on the Young Guns side going up against Marquis and Will Silver and Corey Hollett?
Well, I think the matchups are fairly even because just based off of the age, right? Like Chisholm, right? He's been active on feet, on hands, everything. So I think he'll be able to contain some of these guys. And, you know, Jaden Smith, also another quick guard that can, you know, play on both ends of the floor. And, you know, to add to that, it's just like you have Chase Hines, who's as quick as everybody on this court.
Going to read out the starters now for the Young Guns. Number 0, Chase Hines. Number 2, Sam Chisholm. Number 3, Demerick Mercer, who had a big game yesterday. Number 4, Jaden Smith. And number 12, Kendall Saunders. Meanwhile, for Kizzy, we've got number 2, Tyler Scott. Number 5, Will Silver. Also number 5, Travis Adams. Number 8, Marquis Clayton. And number 41, Kevin Churchill. As we get set for the opening tip, the bouncy Chase Hines wins it to his teammate, Demerick Mercer. Do want to make a correction. Yesterday I said Demerick Mercer went to Citadel. He in fact went to the grammar school, so we'll acknowledge that right off the top. This guy went to Citadel. Sam Chisholm, the current UPI Panther, dishes it to Jaden Smith, another Citadel alum. Top of the key, knocks down a long 2. Jaden Smith is a sharp shooter. We saw a bit of that yesterday,
and he can do it off the dribble, off the screen, in any fashion.
Now Kevin Churchill, we talked about him, the former Carleton Raven, a 4-time national champion with the Ottawa Powerhouse. Nice ball movement here from Kizzy. Will Silver drives the lane, puts it up and in. Beautiful take there off some nice, unselfish ball movement.
And that's what Kevin Churchill can do. Attract the double team, find the open man on the perimeter, and the rest is coming easy.
Now Kendall Saunders dishes to Mercer. Little blow by there on Clayton. Now Tynes, shot clock down to 10. Tynes drives, takes the contact, goes up and he'll go to the line for 2. We didn't really see Chase Tynes looking to force the offense yesterday. He was the catalyst on the defensive end, did get some easy transition buckets, but you know, if you've been familiar with Nova Scotia basketball, you know Chase Tynes can score on his own as well.
Well, with that quick step of his, it's not that hard to get to the rim, right? All you need is perhaps maybe one jab step and attack, because he's pretty much probably more athletic than a lot of the guys that are in the gym currently.
As it's an offensive rebound off the missed free throw. Now Sam Chisholm open 3. That rims out. Travis Adams secures the rebound, and here come Kizzy the other way. And there are the quick hands of Sam Chisholm. Just an awesome defender, but he got a little caught up and called for the double dribble.
Picked up exactly where he left off last night. With those active hands and active feet, he was shutting down pretty much everyone on that Gremlins team.
And this is a good matchup. Couple UPI Panthers past and present going against each other. Tyler Scott, beautiful turnaround, looking like Kobe on that one.
Oh my goodness, the fadeaway jumper had the size advantage obviously on Chisholm, but it's a beautiful move nonetheless.
Mercer on the drive, up against the shot blocker in Churchill, and looked like a pair of both Tynes and Saunders got a hand on that ball. And it's going to be Kizzy possession. Tyler Scott dribbles into a 3-ball, knocks it down. Quick 5 points for Tyler Scott. He was a bit quiet yesterday, but any local basketball fans know Tyler can fill it up in a hurry.
And get it in any way possible. Get to the rim, shoot threes, shoot off the dribble.
Now Churchill picks the pocket. Looks to dish to Silver. Oh, great athletic move there by Silver to save the ball from going in and dish it to Travis Adams for 2. And Kizzy has opened up a quick 9-2 lead. Now another turnover as Tynes stripped on the drive. Scott brings it across half. Dishes to Adams in the corner. Quick 3-ball is up. Too long, but once again, Will Silver. And this time, oh, they're going to call a foul against Young Guns.
The experience is now playing us a huge factor as they know making the right reads defensively and offensively, and Kizzy now leading that 9-2.
Tyler Scott, tough long 2. Can't get it to go. But we're seeing great hustle from Kizzy so far. They've got a couple second chance opportunities. That time Churchill able to secure the second chance. Clayton inbounds to Churchill on the block. He's defended by Kendall Saunders. This is a matchup to watch. Churchill looking to tiptoe the baseline. Ran into traffic. Gets it out to Clayton. Shot clock winding down. Probably at 6 now. Clayton. Tough move. Spinning. Stripped by Mercer. Young Guns with numbers. Behind the back. No. Jaden Smith called for the travel.
A little too quick on the steps. But that's the defensive adjustment that allowed.
And again, impressive hands by Sam Chisholm. How impressive is this guy?
Oh man, if any coach is watching this game right now, live out there, I'm sure they love what he does. And I'm sure they would love to have a guy who can do it the same way on their squad.
Tough finish there by Kendall Saunders off the pick and roll, and the lead is cut to 5, 9-4 with 6:35 remaining in the first quarter. Travis Adams on the drive, kicks to Churchill, free throw line, spins to the hoop, gets it to go for 2. And we talked yesterday about the balanced scoring of Kizzy. Already 4 players have combined to score their 11 points. There's a 3-ball by Jaden Smith, and you cannot leave him open once he crosses half court.
He can make you pay. You leave him, you give him too much space, and he will not hesitate in knocking it down.
Will Silver tries to answer with a 3 of his own. That rims out. And we hear the coach of Young Guns say they're in the game now, and I agree. They were down 9-2 early, but a couple nice offensive possessions. They're now within 4.
And it all started on the defensive end as well.
Mercer probing, kicks it to Chisholm, and he knocks down a 2. Mercer had a big game yesterday with 25 points. So far today, it's been the playmaking. But Marquis Clayton, when his team needs a bucket, sometimes he just puts his head down and good luck stopping him from getting to his spot.
And that was great body control. Recognizing the help defense is there, gathering his steps, getting up in the air, and not forcing the shot right away. Making sure he absorbs a little bit of contact and gets that foul call.
Clayton with an uncharacteristic miss from the free throw line. And Osmond Berry has just checked in for Kizzy, so that Twin Towers front line that we saw yesterday. As Clayton hits his first of the game. Lead is now 12-9 with 5:35 remaining in the first quarter. Chisholm deep three, are you kidding me? Sam Chisholm showing a lot of confidence. Now Churchill on the blow-by. Look at that athleticism. Chase Tynes got up, met him at the rim, but might have swung the arm a little bit too much on the block.
Perhaps, especially with Kevin Churchill knowing, how to use his body, getting up in the air, and taking advantage of his height and size.
Well, we talked about Kevin Churchill a lot yesterday. Former Carleton Raven, won 4 national championships, another 2 as an assistant coach. Played pro in the NBL Canada with the Niagara River Lions. Quickly, what do you like about his game?
Man, the most beautiful aspect of his game is how he uses his body and using his feet to his advantage. Knows when to move, knows how to make the right read, and the playmaking ability along with the scoring ability is just anything you can ask for in a big man.
As Chisholm stripped on the layup attempt, we're seeing some nice unselfish play from the guards of Young Guns. Smith, Mercer, and Chisholm working well together. And now Mercer gets it in. Chisholm, he'll rise up from the corner, long 2, and that's off. Berry with the rebound. He'll call his own number and bring it up court. Osmond Berry, 2-time AUS All-Star with the SMU Huskies. Tynes has his hands full with that matchup, but well done. And that time Tynes didn't block, didn't swing, just had his hands right up. Jaden Smith knocks down the triple. That's a quick 8 points for Jaden Smith, and Young Guns have their first lead of the game, 15-13.
And he led that flag from a far range, almost, I would say, Annie Ganesh ways.
Yeah. Smith, the former St. FX X-Men, of course, his late father, Wade Smith, just a great in Nova Scotia basketball and Nova Scotia education. And this game's really starting to open up as Kendall Saunders hits a 3 of his own. 18-15, again, high-scoring game early in this one. Churchill spinning on the block. Shovels it to Berry, not on the same page that time. And Young Guns will quickly pass it in. Didn't actually give the ref a touch on that one. It's Summer League. We let a little bit go.
They're allowed. Only here, though. Only here. Don't take my word for granted.
It's Tynes now. Working with Smith. Corey Hollett into the game, hounding Smith. Cross court. Kendall Saunders just hit one and just hit another. Kendall Saunders. And the threes are raining down. That's the 5th 3 of the game for Young Guns, and we're just 6 minutes in.
Young Guns are getting hot and taking advantage of the space they're given. Once again, Kendall Saunders is wide open on a 3 with nobody to stop or even contest his jumper. And he made Gremlins pay last night, and he'll make Kizzy pay if they don't step up and play some defense.
Saunders, who played a year with the Dial Tigers, former Auburn Drive Eagle, and Marquis Clayton back on the free throw line. And we already said it once, but when things aren't going well for his team, Marquis sometimes just puts his head down and finds his own offense, and he is great at that.
And sometimes calling your number is the best decision you can make.
Mercer, nice pass to a cutting Chisholm, rises up and finishes over the shot blocker. And look at this, so far all 23 of Young Guns' points scored by the trio of Chisholm, Smith, and Saunders.
The guard play came to play today, and they're not letting it go.
Churchill, open, 3-ball, rims out. Young Guns, another one-and-done possession. After trailing 9-2, they've really opened up on a 21 to, back over half. You got a good look at that one?
Yeah, it was indeed.
You got to establish a foot in the front court, right?
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes. And he was a little bit too late, and the pass was slightly too early.
Good call there. Veteran officiating crew here of Chen Lloyd McKenzie, Dave McCrae, and Manny States, 3 of Halifax's finest. Now Churchill working underneath, counted and one. A big finish for the big man out of Toronto.
And once again, using his body, getting on his feet, you know, getting the position, backing down his defender, and then spinning to the right-hand side and getting the contact and the N1 opportunity.
Second personal foul there against Chase Tynes. He's going to take a seat as Ronald Brown checks in for his first action. But again, with this big front line of Kizzy, they're going to need Tynes to stay out of foul trouble. And Kevin Churchill already making an impact. He's got 8 points to lead Kizzy.
And that's not the end of it, I'll tell you that much.
Smith curling around the screen. Rare miss there for Jaden Smith. Churchill secures the rebound. It's going to be interesting to see how Ronald Brown defends Kevin Churchill. Churchill is about 8 inches on him. Brown's strong, though.
Oh, we saw that yesterday.
We
that's
did.
For sure.
Now Clayton, tough shot, rises up. Can't get that one to fall. Saunders with the rebound. Young Guns looking to extend this 3-point lead with 2:25 remaining in the first. Mercer on the drive, and we're going to get a foul. Foul against Will Silver, his first. Second team foul against Kizzy, and they're giving a Mercer 2 shots. Looked to me like he was going up to pass. But we mentioned Mercer. He was their leading scorer yesterday with 27 points. That's his first point today. Former Halifax Grammar School Griffin. I believe he played for Holland College for a year.
Yes, he did.
What do you like about his game that we saw yesterday?
I think he's poised for the game. He's just slow. He's slow in terms of like not forcing the action, you know, letting the game come to him, taking the right shots and taking the open shots, and also able to create for his players.
Will Silver using his strength down low. Barry, there's a little one-legged fadeaway from Osmond Barry, and if he's hitting that, watch out. Barry has a real deep skill set. Lots of moves in his bag. Saunders again! A trio of triples for Kendall Saunders. 11 first quarter points.
And once again, Barry did not step up to contest that three, and you know, Saunders, we said it, he will knock down the open ones like nothing.
Now Churchill, good positioning there from Brown, but Clayton can't leave him open. Marquis Clayton with 6 for Kizzy, and the lead is back down to 3. Great basketball here in the first quarter. Oh, what a block! Kevin Churchill flying in and denying Sam Chisholm at the rim.
Sam Chisholm saw a little bit of space, but
Chisholm got up on that one too.
Churchill saw it too.
Yeah. Mercer around the Saunders screen, explodes to the hoop, takes a bump. Good positioning there by Churchill not to foul. And Kizzy with a chance to tie it up with a 3 now. Churchill, he'll try his luck at the 3. Can't get that one to drop. Jaden Smith with the rebound, and here come Young Guns. Corey Hollett defending. Brown blocked again. Churchill making an impact on both ends of the court.
Churchill, you have to put the ball up high if you're going to shoot over him.
Now Chisholm. Stopped by Clayton. Mercer has Churchill on him. Mercer, definitely a quickness advantage. Blows by, no call, as again, good positioning from the veteran Kizzy team. Will Silver in there. Will Smith. And this is fast basketball right now.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith for 3. Doesn't get that to drop. Silver with the rebound. 20 seconds remaining. Finally, these two teams will take a breath. We've had a quick pace to this first quarter and a lot of scoring from two very good basketball teams. Clayton. Hollett, deep 3. That's off. 1.1 seconds on the clock here for Kizzy. And Brown is going to fire from 3/4 court. No good.
Slightly short.
Well, 28-25 after the first quarter. We'll get your thoughts in just a second. Just a quick reminder, you're watching live coverage of the RGT Summer League Championship game on Maritime Athletic Profiles YouTube. Thanks, as always, to Maritime Athletic Profiles and their team for the excellent coverage. And before we do get your thoughts on the first quarter, I mean, this RGT League, we talked about it a lot yesterday, how great of an opportunity it is for players of all ages to get out and play high-caliber, highly competitive basketball in the summer. Yeah, do you want to reflect on that a little?
I mean, shout out to Danny Judd, right?
Yep.
Running an 18-team league in a span of 3 months, I believe. It started early. Actually, yeah, it started right before I came back from Montreal,
pretty much
about June time,
yep.
and you know, and so much good basketball and so much great talent on display that, you know, everyone gets to watch play and at the same time compete against them, right? But, you know, especially in times of COVID when a lot of things weren't really, you know, working out for basketball players in the community because of the restrictions and everything, that was the place to be for most of these players.
As we get set to begin the second quarter, Young Guns with a quick 3-point lead. We will talk a little strategy in a minute here as Travis Adams working down low. Batted away by Mo Abakar. First look at him, another former Citadel High Phoenix. Abakar drives, denied by Barry. Trayvon Clayton into the game, wearing the white shirt, brother of Marquis and a former SMU Husky. Adams drives to the hoop, no good. Nice pass ahead by Mercer, a bit too long for Ronald Brown. Now Brown, great dish, Mercer on the drive, stripped. And Mercer is extremely quick with everything he does, but that time lost the handle. So now Kizzy. Tyler Scott, the former All-Canadian UPI Panther, rises up and knocks it down. And we're seeing Tyler Scott look for his own offense a little bit more in this first half.
And we've seen it more than we saw the entire game in the semifinals yesterday.
Gonna get a blocking foul there against Oz Berry. I mean, we talk about Tyler Scott. He, you know, with the UPI Panthers was an All-Canadian, one of the top scoring leaders in the country, averaging over 25 points per game in his senior season. Went on to play pro with the Island Storm and Halifax Hurricanes. And that's some of the experience that this Kizzy team features. But Demerick Mercer is not fazed by that experience. He's not afraid of anybody on this court. Now Barry lost the handle. Stolen by Mercer. Look at the quickness by Mercer, coast to coast. Can't get it to go again. Good positioning by Scott. Barry to the hoop and finishes. First two of the game for Oz. Or no, he had two earlier, so Barry with 4 points. All my stats are unofficial. We'll try to get you official ones at the half. Sam Chisholm puts up a 3-ball, no good. Trayvon Clayton with the rebound. Dishes it down to Adams on the block, and we'll get a blocking foul against Abakar.
You gotta love the intensity on both ends of the floor, bringing out in this final game. The Young Guns are trying to hold off. The Kizzy are continuing to attack and explore the advantages. So,
first look at crowd favorite Boozer checking in for the Young Guns, and he'll defend Kevin Churchill. This should be fun. As Scott working on Chisholm. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Tyler Scott.
Tyler Scott does not miss. Creates his own shots in many ways. Knocks down open threes. You saw it so far in the first quarter. But the hot streak continues.
Boozer looking to run the screen and roll that time and couldn't corral the pass. And Young Guns are going to call a timeout as 31 all here. All right, let's talk basketball. So, you know, through the first 12 minutes here, we're all tied up at 31. From a strategy perspective, what are you thinking these teams are discussing in this huddle, and you know what's the key for both of them to win this game?
Well, I think for Young Guns, right, they have to continue to be patient. If you're not patient against these experienced guys, like you said, pro level, you know, college, university, and we can go on and on. But they have to slow the pace down for themselves if they want to continue to be successful in this game. They had a lot of great looks in the first quarter, and that was all because the ball was moving. Everyone had an opportunity to get a touch. You know, Kendall Saunders knocked down a few open ones. Then Sam Chisholm was knocking down trays and mid-range. But for the Kizzy squad, they got to continue to get inside, exploit that size advantage, and then try to get guys involved off of that rotation, off of the double teams, because somebody is going to be left wide open, and that might be just an open three.
Now Kizzy, Tyler Scott, the hot hand on the night with 9 points. second behind Kendall Saunders in the game high. Saunders has 11. TJ Hollett into the game, and Hollett knocks down a triple. And one of the things we talked about yesterday was how everyone and anyone on this Kizzy team can score the ball, and we're seeing that here. Everyone except for Trayvon Clayton has hit the score sheet. Good drive there by Brown, unable to finish the reverse, and even though he didn't get a block that time, we're seeing the rim protection of Kevin Churchill make a difference in this game.
Huge difference. That size advantage, you know, shooting over outstretched arms is a challenge.
Now Scott. Despite Scott's scoring, Chisholm is doing a great job on him one-on-one.
And you gotta love the effort. He's not backing down an inch and not giving any space for Tyler Scott to get those easy shots. I'm sure he would live with those contested fadeaways all game long.
Abakar just took a tough hit from Adams on the drive. And Kizzy, don't look now, they've opened up a 5-point lead. Mercer on the drive, denied by Adams. Big swat into the stands. And
I thought we'd play basketball here, not volleyball. What's going on?
Yeah, we're seeing it's not quite as easy driving against this Kizzy team as it might have been yesterday against Gremlins for the Young Guns. Now Scott, again, Chisholm matching him step for step. Scott back to that spot on the block, spinning fadeaway. Oh, nearly did it again. Chase Tynes with a tough rebound. Now Tynes going up against Churchill, can't get it to drop. Scott corrals the athletic rebound, and we're gonna get a jump ball, possession arrow. It'll be Young Guns ball on the baseline here. As we get some substitutions, Sam Chisholm taking a well-deserved break, as is Tyler Scott, so I'm sure we'll see that matchup continue shortly. Jonah Crowther, the current SMU Husky, checks in for his first action of the game for the Young Guns. So Young Guns with Tynes, Jaden Smith, Demarick Mercer, Mo Abakar, and Jonah Crowther. I believe that's three, oh no, I was going to say 3 Citadel Phoenix and 2 Halifax Grammar Griffins, but Chase Tynes was an Auburn Drive Eagle. Now Mercer on the drive again. Oh, I don't like that one.
I'm not a fan either. I feel like if...
Hey, we got a ref right next to us. Chris? No comment. Block? Okay. Oh, okay. He says circle. See, refs, I find, use the circle as an excuse when they make a call, and then they're like, no, the circle rule, I find, is inconsistent from the refs' explanations.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see just based on the fact you could have a slight touch over your heel on the line, and it automatically becomes a blocking foul. So it's...
Anyway, Manny State's a veteran, definitely had good positioning to make that call, so we got to respect it from here. Demarick Mercer on the line to shoot 2. Mercer knocks down the first. He's up to 6 points. 4-point game here, 6:05 to play. Hits them both. Was the first foul of the game for Kevin Churchill. No real foul trouble. Chase Tynes does have 2. Maybe something to watch for the Young Guns. Now Clayton around the TJ Hollett screen. Clayton, hesitation to the hoop. Can't get that to fall. Adams on the follow, no good. Mercer, Jaden Smith off the catch. This time he'll drive. Cross-court pass for Jonah Crowther. Crowther, nice take to the hoop. Fouled. Can't get the roll, but he'll shoot 2.
Great attack there by Crowther, giving the sidestep to Clayton, getting that space in a wide open lane, forcing Travis Adams to make that rotation and getting a contact and heading to the line.
Crowther just finished his first year with the St. Mary's Huskies. He's grown since he started at SMU too. He's looking 6'7" probably right now. And he knocks them both down.
I believe Jonah Tossig is definitely happy about.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, he was recruited as a 3-and-D wing, but now he's looking like he could play a little bit of post. Adams on the drive, floats it up, and gets it to fall. Tough take for Travis Adams. He's got 6, and the Kizzy lead back up to 3. Abakar around the Tynes screen. Adams switches onto him. Or sorry, that's Mercer, and he's fouled. We'll head to the line to shoot 2, and Demerick Mercer, anytime he gets a bigger guy on him, he's so quick, he's looking to take them off the dribble and get to the hoop.
And now that would be second foul on Adams. Not something you'd like to see with 5 minutes left in his first half.
Mercer now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. And that's already 4 team fouls for Kizzy as well, and we're not even halfway through this second quarter. So next foul will put them in the penalty, and Young Guns will be shooting free throws for the rest of the quarter. Adams, defended by Tynes. Drives hard to his left and is fouled. And is that going to be a third foul on Chase Tynes? It is. So Tynes going to have to take a seat. Once again, Ronald Brown Jr. checks in. That's tough.
It is tough, certainly. And, you know, I think he might have had hands on the ball, and, you know, he definitely did not swing his arms or anything, but, you know, it's hard to justify when you pretty much get pushed by Adams in mid-air or on the ground.
Well, we know Travis Adams plays a bit of bully ball, as TJ Hollett with the steal. Now Clayton brings it across half. Adams, defended by Brown. Entry pass for Churchill. He'll go one-on-one against Saunders here. Crowther brings the double. Hollett, he'll put up a three. Short off front rim. Saunders with the rebound, and here come Young Guns. It's Brown. Tough take to the hoop. Fouled, and will shoot a pair. And it's free throws that are keeping Young Guns alive right now.
Exactly, and I think their ability to get to the rim and not being afraid of the contact and generating contact is really allowing them to get to the line every single time. They got to keep attacking, especially now being over 4.5 minutes left in this quarter with bonus on their side. I expect them to see more and more aggressive.
Ronald Brown, we could call him the veteran of this Young Guns team, but we saw some good play from him yesterday in their semifinal win over Gremlins, able to knock down a pair of free throws and cut the lead back to 2. Young Guns have already hit 9 free throws in this game. Kevin Churchill, and that big-to-big passing is tough to stop. Churchill with 10. Now Mercer. Looking to attack on Clayton. Mercer can't finish. Crowther flying in and will finish. Oh, big collision there as Brown going for the steal off the inbound. And cooler heads will prevail. Everybody's okay.
That was slightly dangerous there. Both guys went up in the air.
I think Brown played a year of defensive back for Citadel High football right there, and that time he looked like a free safety coming over the middle.
Looked like old Ed Reed for me.
Ed Reed, wow.
getting that patient.
And would we call that a suicide pass by Kizzy? Cause
pretty much.
Yeah.
Setting up Clayton for failure there for that one.
So it's 42-40 here with 4:07 to play in the first half. A competitive matchup as expected. Kizzy looking to defend their RGT Summer League title. Churchill for 3, no good. Hasn't been able to find the range today, but we saw him hit a couple yesterday. Smith looking to break down. Hollett contested 3, no good. But it always looks good when it comes off the hands of Jaden Smith. Silver now. And we're going to get an offensive foul against Oz Berry. Berry's second of the game.
Berry's not happy with the call there, thinking he was held down first.
Sometimes that's what you got to do when you're a smaller defender guarding a bigger player. Just embrace that contact and make them foul you. As Smith misses the 3, and we're going the other way. Still a 2-point game. Quick scoring update. Kendall Saunders still leads the way with 11. And Kevin Churchill with 10 for Kizzy. Travis Adams and Tyler Scott with 9 apiece. Now Churchill recovers the loose ball back to Clayton. Good defense there by Mercer. Churchill on the block against Saunders. Leaning fadeaway, can't get it to go. Kizzy's offense has gone a bit cold on the last few possessions. Crowther dribbles into a three, long. Young Guns, some good encouragement for their teammates, saying next one, got to keep shooting that.
Absolutely, it was a great look, wide open.
Clayton from the logo. Can't get that to drop. Now Saunders. Tough attempt. Again, Churchill's presence at the rim, making things very difficult for Young Guns to finish. Both teams ice cold from the field right now. We haven't seen a bucket in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I think there's a little, the defense, obviously, on both ends of the floor just picked up a notch, I would say.
Smith dishes to Saunders. Barry, now he knows the scouting report. He's going to close out early on that. Mercer again. Big switches on, blow by. Oh, sorry, that was Smith actually. Can't finish at the rim. Now Silver coming the other way. Kick to Hollett in the corner. Finds a cutting Barry. Beautiful finish by Barry, going to the reverse. Right hand on the left side for two.
Taking advantage of that transition offense on the cut by Barry with the beautiful reverse.
So 4-point Young Guns lead, or sorry, Kizzy lead. Brown stripped by Silver. The defensive player of the year this year in the RGT league is Will Silver, former St. FX X-Men. Now Clayton on the blow by. And we're starting to see Kizzy heating up. And again, it's a complete balanced scoring effort. Looking up and down here, Scott with 9, Adams with 9, Silver with 2, Clayton with 8, Barry with 6, Churchill with 10.
Everybody touches the ball. That's when you are successful.
Mercer on the drive and called for the travel.
That's the challenge again by Churchill, right? Standing there, just being the presence allows his team to just make those rotations and get the stops.
Scott fouled on the perimeter by Chisholm. Scott has something to say to the Young Guns coach over there. Chisholm's first personal of the game. 4th team foul, so next foul will put Young Guns in the bonus as well. Scott, again, tough shot. Can't get that one to fall. Mercer looking to stop this scoring streak, or scoring drought. I don't think Young Guns have scored in 3 minutes. Crowther on the drive. Good dish. The drive and kick ball, but Saunders unable to finish again. And we're seeing a low completion rate on layups, and I think Kevin Churchill's got a lot to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just taking the space and being in the right spots on those drives allows Kizzy to just be successful defensively.
Look at the hustle from the defensive player of the year, Will Silver, hitting the deck. Now Barry puts it up and in from Clayton. And Young Guns on a big scoring drought right now.
And they're doing the right things. They move the ball, they attack in the right times. I feel like on the drive, however, you know Churchill is inside. Try to go for a floater. You know, you have to at least, you know, see and maybe even dish it to the weak side shot opportunity.
Well, after scoring 28 points in the first quarter, Young Guns with just 12 in this second quarter. They've been outscored 23-12 in the frame. Smith. Mercer.
Once again.
Yeah, my bad. 23 seconds. It's because they're both wearing the black undershirt. And black numbers on black jerseys. Don't get me started. Mercer dishes to Chisholm. Crowther, catch and shoot 3. Just rims out. Churchill with the rebound. Clayton to beat the buzzer. How did that not hit the ceiling?
I was expecting. I looked so high, up high there. It was like.
So, well, as we just mentioned, that quarter was all Kizzy. They outscored Young Guns 23-12 and take a 48-40 lead into the second half. Your thoughts a little bit about that second quarter and what these teams need to do, specifically Young Guns, to bounce back in the second half.
Well, it certainly hurts them not having Tynes on the floor, another presence that could break down defenders off the dribble with that quick first step, being explosive. And Kevin Churchill's presence on the defensive end is massive for Team Kizzy. You know, challenging the shots, not necessarily going for those blocks, but standing tall and making them shoot over the stretched arms of Churchill puts them in that position. And you know, the offense of Scott and the list can go on and on. Everybody has put points on the board, right? With Travis Adams, Scott, then you have Kevin Churchill, Marquis Clayton.
All of Scott, Adams, Clayton, Barry, and Churchill have between 8 and 10 points.
And that will do it. That's a team effort right there, and that's why they're in the league.
Absolutely. Well, it's been an exciting first half, and the second half will be just as good. We're going to step aside for a quick break here, but we'll be right back with the second half. You're watching live coverage of the 2022 RGT Men's League Championship as Kizzy leads Young Guns 48-40. We'll be right back with the second half on Maritime Athletic Profiles YouTube. All right, welcome back. Second half set to begin. RGT Summer League Men's Championship action as Kizzy, the defending champions, lead Young Guns 48-40. Kizzy in pink, Young Guns in black and blue, and Kizzy begins with possession. The RGT Defensive Player of the Year, Will Silver, dishes it down to Kevin Churchill on the block. And a quick two, and Churchill doing it on both ends. He's been so impressive.
Oh, tough to stop that, you know, getting to the spin, getting in a position and shooting over anyone in this gym is quite easier for him than anybody else.
Chisholm, another tough shot, but Kendall Saunders in there to clean it up. Saunders, the high scorer of the game with 13 points. It's gone a bit cold since hitting 3 first half triples. Now Churchill battling on the block with Saunders, will kick it for Silver. Right back to Churchill, looks to spin again. And great defense there by Chisholm. It will remain Kizzy ball, but the shot clock's gotta be low.
And
Shot
James
clock at
Smith
5.
is insinuating that same point.
Shot clock at 5 seconds. Oh, and stripped there. Smith strips Silver. Now Smith can't get the roll on a tough layup attempt. Adams with the rebound, and Tyler Scott brings it the other way for Kizzy. Adams for 3, short on that attempt.
And took it from about the red line. It's a lot of space there, but I'm not sure about that decision.
Now Mercer, the impressive guard. Stripped that time by Clayton. Clayton splits the double team. Headmans for Scott, and he'll finish in transition. Clayton and Scott, a pair of pro guards, formerly of the NBL Canada, and Scott will pick up a foul in the backcourt. But when Clayton and Scott are playing like this, that's as tough a backcourt as you're going to find in Nova Scotia, unless maybe Lindell and Nate are home for the summer.
Well, yeah, but that's, you know, we talking about NBA talent here, right? It's hard to compare NBA talent to anyone out here, to be honest.
I'm
anyone
just
in the
saying.
gym, but you know, it's great to see, right? It's playing at such high level of intensity is good, not only for the people at home and the players that are actually competing, but also for the fans in the stands.
Second personal foul there for Tyler Scott. Quick look at foul trouble. Chase Tynes really the only person in foul trouble with 3. Scott, Adams, and Barry each have 2 for Kizzy. Now Mercer. Mercer with 8 points in the game, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Chisholm kicks it out for Saunders behind his back. Escape dribble. Great ball movement. Saunders open, straightaway 3, knocks it down. Picking up where he left off, Kendall Saunders. Now with a game high 16 points. Adams on the drive. Good rim protection there by Tynes. Young Guns with a chance to cut into this 7-point lead. Smith. Deflected out of bounds by Silver, will remain Young Guns ball on the baseline. Chisholm, defended by Scott. Calling for the screen from Saunders. Chisholm. Good look, but couldn't get it over that front rim.
Great shot and great decision there by Chisholm.
Churchill in transition. Just too big and too fundamental on the finish.
And I would say too tall.
Yeah.
Hard to contest those shots regardless of whether you are an athletic guard or not.
That's now 14 for Churchill. Oh, but Kendall Saunders cannot be stopped right now. His 5th 3 of the game, and cuts it to a 6-point lead.
Well, I don't think he actually missed a 3 this game so far, and great shooting decision as well.
Adams working on Tynes. And Adams called for the travel. Drag that pivot foot on the spin. So, liking what we're seeing from Young Guns in this third quarter so far.
It's impressive. They're doing everything they have to do offensively, forcing the top looks and not giving anything easy. But then at the same time, knocking down those open opportunities. And as we speak, another tray here by the Young Guns now coming in the likes of Smith.
Jaden Smith, the sharp shooter out of Citadel High and St. FX. It's his 3rd 3 of the game, and the lead is down to 3. And Tynes with the strip. Young Guns, a chance to cut it to a single possession, or it is a single possession. Young Guns, chance to tie on the Mercer 3, no good. Scott with the rebound. Kizzy brings it the other way. The lob down low for Barry. Kick out for Clayton. He'll reset. It's an 11-6 run to begin this third quarter for Young Guns, and another turnover. Uncharacteristic, unforced errors for Kizzy. Mercer attacks the hoop. Good positioning by Clayton. Back and forth we go. Scott on the drive. Had to float it up there over Tynes. Barry gets the rebound and another turnover. Oh, and that's going to be a foul against Barry. Good to see the sportsmanship, as that's a bit of a dangerous play.
That was indeed dangerous. I was kind of concerned there for Tynes, as Barry was falling down on his leg, and anything could go down in that case.
And that's now Barry's third. Kizzy calls a timeout. Smart timeout here. Kizzy has turned the ball over on 3 or 4 straight possessions. Uncharacteristic. Do you think Young Guns are succeeding in kind of speeding them up?
I think so, yo. I think they do, but at the same time, they're not afraid now. I think they're playing a little bit more confident with guarding Kevin Churchill on the inside, you know, sending that second guy not necessarily to fully double, but stunting and trying to get that sort of a flinch in order for Churchill to make that decision quicker or force a shot or pick up the ball. So it puts them at a disadvantage, but you know, the fact they're very active and they're not slowing down. They know, they recognize that they have 2 bigs running with them that they can beat down the floor, and it's paying off for them as they cut down the lead to just 3.
Speaking of the bigs of Kizzy, Oz Barry just picked up his 3rd personal. He's going to check back into the game, but something to watch for is he picks up his 4th in this third quarter. That could change things for Kizzy on both ends of the court.
Especially late in the game, right? We're now approaching that, well, we're in the 6-minute mark pretty much.
Well, we saw foul trouble play an impact in Kizzy's semifinal win yesterday as Shamar Burrows fouled out in the dying seconds. His team, TGA, able to send it to overtime, but without Burrows, they were just outpowered. Mercer falls hard that time against Barry. No call. Silver, 3, no good. Barry follows it up. Great pass underneath, and Churchill able to finish it off.
And Barry not forcing the issue there, being under the rim, pretty much behind the backboard, and finding Churchill for an easy 2.
That's now 16 points for Kevin Churchill to lead Kizzy. And they've all come on layups, more or less. Tynes able to finish underneath on the second chance. That's the first 2 of the game. No, he's got 4 points. Does Chase Tynes, but he could unlock another dimension of the Young Guns offense if he gets going. Barry misses that one, but again, Churchill, oh my.
What a beautiful move there by Kevin Churchill, faking that left-hand finish, spinning to the reverse onto the right side.
Well, Kevin Churchill, all he does is win. 6 championships as a player and coach with Carleton, looking for his 2nd consecutive title with Kizzy in this fantastic RGT league. Mercer misses the 3. Gets it back. Mercer! Tough take right at Barry, and Mercer working so hard. Gets fouled. I mean, that's a tough call, but how hard is Demerick Mercer working?
Well, he's working really hard, but I think he had the first shot earlier, but he decided to put the ball on the floor, and now the coach of the Young Guns got called for a technical foul.
Oh no. We were talking yesterday about some of the advantages of having a coach in this summer league setting, but that right there is not an advantage.
That was not something I expected, if I'm being honest, but I feel like there was a miscommunication and misunderstanding between the referee and obviously the coach. But now it kind of put them in a position where it sent Marquis Clayton to that free throw line as he extended now the lead to 6.
As Clayton hits the free throw. I mean, a team as veteran as Kizzy, they probably feel like they don't need a coach, but with these Young Guns, you know, you see it's not X's and O's, it's not calling plays, it's settling them down, helping with the substitutions. But 4 on Barry? No.
3 on Scott, I
3
believe,
on,
yeah.
oh, yep, you might be right. So Tyler Scott just picked up his 3rd personal. That's something to watch for.
Sorry,
Scott.
I kind of interrupted you.
No,
there mid
that's okay.
conversation.
Who knows what I was even talking about? Thanks for keeping me honest. Has 6-point game. It's going to be Young Guns ball here. Saunders, the lead scorer with 19, blow by and fouled by Churchill from behind, and Churchill not happy.
The spin, faking to the going middle, and then making Churchill make a decision. Ended up wide open and getting that contact after Churchill fouled Saunders.
Well, the other thing, Saunders, who now has 20 points to lead all scorers, you know, he's hit 5 threes. Now you got to play him a little differently. You close out hard. Great read by him that time to attack off the dribble and get to the rim. Churchill picked up his second foul. Saunders goes 1 of 2 from the line. Churchill stripped by Saunders. Gets it back. Great hustle. Barry floats it up. No good. And a big slippery spot on the court. That's going to be a problem. The official Dave McRae sees it, and he'll call for some towel action.
As we speak. That's a great decision right there.
What you got, Tyler? Tyler Scott's going to take a seat here. Tyler, the intensity's high here. How you feeling? Good. Yep. Up 5 with 4 minutes left. Tyler Scott. Great to hear a quick word from him. I was going to ask him, if I got one more question, how does he feel about Sam Chisholm's defense?
Oh, yeah. We'll have to ask him maybe.
Well, we will be doing a post-game interview, quick one with the finals MVP, so stay tuned for that.
Pending, perhaps it will be Tyler Scott.
Maybe.
Not.
I'm not going to speculate it on the third quarter. We'll wait for this point, 4 minutes left in the fourth. Should mention, you know, we're live and interactive here on YouTube. Is there comments on the YouTube? No comments. But, you know, you want to reach out on Twitter? Hit me up at Allen_April. Instagram if you got me. What's your Twitter?
Ilya_Kurbanov7.
There you go.
Apparently I wasn't the only Ilya Kurbanov on Twitter sphere.
There you go. It's like patenteering a Dal. He's like patenteering 9, but it's because he's made 8 other patenteering accounts and just forgets the password every time. Jaden Smith for 3. Can't knock that one down. Scott with the rebound. As he mentioned, up 5. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Churchill, are you kidding me? So tough.
And now taking it right into Crowther's chest and finishing over him with an easy 2.
That's 20 for Churchill, but Crowther able to answer on the other end. He's got 6, and the lead is back down to 5. And Young Guns have been winning this quarter. They were down 8 at the half. Oh, but Marquis Clayton, that is vintage Marquis right there. Crowther starting to heat up, knocks down the baseline jumper. Young Guns sticking around. Scott, nice entry for Churchill. Churchill, ooh, blocked by Saunders. He thought it was clean, but might have been a little body-on-body action on that one.
It looked like Saunders was swinging the arm down as Churchill was going up for that 2 on the right side, but called for a foul immediately.
One part of Churchill's impressive performance, and we've talked at length, that's 21 for him and a lot of blocks on the other end. But credit to Kizzy's guards. They're able to make that entry pass. A lot of the times in a summer league environment, it's guards attacking. They don't know how to feed the ball to the post successfully without a set play, but Kizzy, as Churchill again, steal. Can't get the layup to go. Scott, unable to get the rebound, bodies flying, and that's going to be a blocking foul against Clayton.
Yeah, there's a lot of, it was quite of a messy play there by both teams as the loose ball was in the air, everybody is jumping around, and all of a sudden, you know, Crowther is trying to get it and ends up getting blocked there by Clayton. And
once again, Kizzy in the penalty, and Jonah Crowther will take a pair of free throws. Crowther out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, played at Halifax Grammar School, won at least one provincial championship with Tim McGarrigle and the Griffins. And able to hit that one, going into his second year at St. Mary's. Looking for a larger role this season, as SMU has had a few players graduate from last year's team. Your boy Nikita Kasongo.
Going to Portugal on the 20th.
There you go. Q Gibson going pro as well. Spain, I think.
Spain, exactly.
Yeah. And Crowther knocks down a pair of free throws, and 4-point game, closest it's been since early in the second quarter. Crowther now with 10 on the night. Adams working on the block and called for a travel. So again, a chance here for Young Guns to cut it to a single possession game. They trailed by 8 at the half, but have outscored Kizzy 20-16 in this third quarter. But Adams with the steal. It's going to slow it down. What happened there? Adams might have a muscle cramp. Just kind of gave up on chasing that ball, and bit of a weird play, not sure what happened, but we hope he's okay. I'm guessing it was a cramp. The crowd is confused.
He's walking it off. He's able to walk it off, actually, so.
It's good to see. It's one thing we talked about yesterday, but you never want to see anyone get hurt here, whether they're players, you know, current AUS players going on, or guys who are working at 9 to 5. It sucks to have to go to work on Monday.
Absolutely, and being hurt or in pain, or, you know, have a swollen ankle or whatever the case may be, but good to see Travis walk it off and be okay.
So a bit of a strange play there, but Young Guns take over possession. Trey Clayton checks back into the game. Chisholm taking it right at Marquis Clayton. Count it. Might have been a 3-point play, but
could have been.
So a 2-point game here as Young Guns have come storming back. They were down as many as 11 in that second quarter. Scott working on Chisholm. Scott, tough shot, long two. Doesn't get that one to go. Churchill on the putback. Wanted a foul call. Looked like he got pushed a little on the putback attempt. Look at Jaden Smith to the hoop. Can't get it to go, but he'll head to the line to shoot two, and a chance here for Young Guns to tie it up.
And Young Guns are doing an amazing job there defensively, slowing down Churchill, sending bodies and communicating, making sure he's getting the toughest possible shot on that offensive end of the floor.
Jaden Smith can't get that free throw to drop. Rare miss for the former St. FX X-Men. I believe he led the AUS in free throw shooting his senior season. He was up over 90% for sure.
If you can live on a free throw line, you're going to see a lot of minutes.
That's 9 points today for Smith. And it's a 1-point game. 1:12 remaining in the third quarter. Churchill. They bring the double with Tynes. Hollett. Hollett's like the Klay Thompson of this league. He doesn't even dribble. It's catch and shoot for him, but he can't get that one to drop. Mercer. Tough take. Oh my.
Boy.
Watch out below. Chase Tynes, an unidentified flying object coming in for the putback slam. Clayton step around three, and that slam by Tynes not only got the crowd on their feet, but it gave Young Guns their first lead since early in the second quarter. Mercer now. Chisholm able to recover to the reverse and gets it to drop, and Young Guns showing out right now. They lead by 3. 20 seconds here. Kizzy, expect them to hold for 1. And they're going to give it to the go-to guy, Kevin Churchill on the block. He'll lob it up for Clayton. Dishing, Scott. Fouled on the second chance. Foul's going to go against Crowther. His first, so Tyler Scott to the free throw line.
Beautiful second effort there by Scott, getting rewarded with those 2 free throws. But going back to that dunk.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, Tynes, talk about young legs, right?
Yeah.
Exploding like a spring and getting the easy putback. Got the crowd electrified.
Chase Tynes, the high flyer out of Auburn Drive High, played a year with the University of Ottawa GGs, and well known for his heroics with the Nova Scotia 17 and under team that won a gold medal. Smith's half-court heave comes up short, but what a third quarter for the Young Guns. They outscored Kizzy 27-18 in that quarter.
And that was the team effort, you know, like Tynes was talking about in the before the game, right? Getting everybody involved on both ends of the floor, and it's exactly what's paying off for them. Getting those stops, everybody's crashing the glass on offense or defense, and everyone touches the ball. I think everyone scored in this third quarter for the Young Guns.
Pretty much the only Young Guns without points today are Mo Abakar and Boozer. But, I mean, you look up and down, Kendall Saunders has been very impressive, leading the way with 20. Sam Chisholm chipping in 11. Jaden Smith with 12. Jonah Crowther with 10. And Demerick Mercer with 8. So a nice, and Chase Tynes with 6. Nice balanced scoring effort. Meanwhile, for Kizzy, Kevin Churchill with 21. Marquis Clayton with 11. And Tyler Scott with 13 to lead the way. One thing to keep an eye on for Kizzy, Scott and Barry, both in the games right now, both playing with 3 personal fouls. And we haven't seen Travis Adams return. He's icing that right calf muscle, it looks like, or maybe the right ankle, after he pulled up on that fast break. Now Tynes, free throw line, knocks it in. Well, we said Chase Tynes hasn't really been looking for his own offense, but that time gets to the free throw line, and look at him battle with Churchill. What do you think about that battle?
Well, there's a lot of holding and chipping going on, but it's definitely tough to see from our angle. But great defense nonetheless by Tynes, and now Scott short on the 3.
Rises up for the 3 over Chisholm, and Tynes able to secure the rebound. And this is getting interesting as Young Guns on a run, and it continues as RBJ Ronald Brown showing that strength down low to finish through contact. And a 5-point lead for Young Guns. And Sam Chisholm continuing to hound Tyler Scott on the defensive end.
The UPI on UPI Panthers crime right there, going at each other.
Both out of Halifax, both wearing number 2.
Boy.
But Osmond Berry clears the lane and finishes with the ferocious 2-hand slam. Crowther can't get that 3 to drop. Look at the hustle by Chisholm. Able to secure the second chance, rises up and knocks it down. Sam Chisholm just wants it more right now.
Sam Chisholm is everywhere. Defense, offense, you name it, but now Scott.
Oh, it's you see Sam Chisholm just has to shake his head at that one. Like, sometimes you can do everything and you got an offensive player as gifted as Tyler Scott. It doesn't matter what you do, he's going to score. This game getting really fun. Fourth quarter, championship on the line. Both teams want it. Tynes down low, flips it up and in. Tynes has scored 6 of his 10 points, or 8 of his 10 points in this second half. The lead back up to 4. Now Clayton working around the Barry screen. Brown with some good defense, but the foul, is that going to be against Tynes?
If it is on Tynes, that's his 4th, and that will put the Young Guns in a tough situation here with 8:23 left in this game.
Foul's going to go against Ronald Brown. That's his first personal, as Clayton will shoot 2. And Kendall Saunders, haven't seen him in a while, still the game scoring leader. Actually, he's not. Kevin Churchill overtook him. 22 points for Churchill, 20 for Saunders.
It's pretty close there.
Yeah.
You talk about MVPs, I think they will be right on the conversation at the end of this game.
Clayton able to hit from the free throw line. It's 12 points on the afternoon for Marquis Clayton, the 2-time AUS All-Star with the SMU Huskies. led the nation in assists in 2015 with better than 7 a game. Clayton hits both, and the lead is back down to 2. Crowther, nice job, and we're gonna get a foul. I liked how, we've seen him shoot the 3 that time. Sees Barry close out, attacks the closeout, and forces Barry to pick up his 4th personal. That's a difference maker. Now Brown lines up the 3. Downtown Ronald Brown couldn't get that one.
Hey, that would have definitely gave them the momentum if they didn't have it already.
Barry looking to answer, that's off, but last deflected by Chisholm. It's going to remain Kizzy ball. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Yeah, I picked a scab here. I'm bleeding and it's causing a mess. Mindlessly just scratching my leg. Mosquito bites,
Yeah.
As now Chisholm comes away with it. Look at the speed in the open court. Sam Chisholm, Ronald Brown. Young legs for the vet.
Young legs for the young guns.
Yeah, but he's the oldest player on the team by quite a bit. No, he doesn't. Doing a great job of staying in shape as Clayton can't get that one to go. I think Ronald Brown's the top of the food chain client, so Will Silver might be dreading how hard he's been working him. 3 ball, Crowther, no good. Rebounded by Silver. One of the top fitness trainers around, and you can see, oh my, Silver! Strength and balance on that one. What did you like about that move?
Well, you said it, the balance. He has a lot of it, right? Faking to one side, giving a pump fake to Chisholm, who bites, and then extending that arm to get an easy 2 and the foul. So looking to get that on 1 and cutting that lead to just 1.
Silver can't knock down the free throw, but look at that rebound by Kevin Churchill. He was boxed out, corralled it with just the left hand, and able to finish to tie it up at 77 all. Ronald Brown, are you kidding me?
Tough reverse, up and down, beating Barry on the feed and not giving him a chance to recover.
Is this 2007? Look at Ronald Brown Jr. He used to be like, when he played for Citadel in the provincial team, he was one of the top players, and I haven't seen him play in years, but he is looking just as good as he did back then. Barry with the reverse. That's 10 for Barry. And back and forth we go. 79 all. What could you ask for from a championship Sunday?
Well, honestly, if a championship game is not as competitive, is not as tight as it is right now, is it really a championship game, right? So you got to enjoy it, you got to embrace it, and give props to every single one of them on the floor, giving it their all.
Kevin Churchill gets it back. 3 ball. Can't get that one to fall. Just going to say, though, Churchill with a block and a rebound on the other end. I'm only keeping track of points. He's got 22, but he probably has 15 rebounds and 6 blocks as well. Mercer. Mercer on the drive gets that one to fall, and Young Guns take the lead back 81-79. What a game here.
Amazing. Couldn't ask for anything better. I didn't have anything better to do this afternoon, and I think this will be the highlight.
And Churchill again. When he catches the ball in the paint, it's like an automatic 2. All you can do is foul him, and he's a good free throw shooter, so what can you do?
Can you really foul him?
Well, I don't recommend it, no.
If anything, you'll give him an easy N1 opportunity, which he will most likely convert.
Smith, 3 ball. Long on that one. All tied up at 81. 5:12 to go. Kizzy going to slow it down here. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to lob it right into Churchill. Count it, and 1. Kevin Churchill has taken over. 26 points.
Too big, too strong, too good. Talk about an easy and soft touch. He's got it. He's got it around the perimeter. He's shown it today, and he's shown it yesterday. I think the MVP conversation, if this game was over right now, would be over.
Sorry, 27 for Churchill. I missed one of his last free throws. Wow. And a chance to make it 28 from the line right here. And as we mentioned, the scoring is one thing, but the blocks and the rebounding on the other end, and the rim protection, even when he doesn't get a block shot, He's doing everything. We talk about that Carleton system. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, how, you know, he won championships at Carleton, only really averaged 8 and 4, but the system you learn there will make you a good basketball player for life.
And obviously, and not only that, you'll be great at everything in life. You're prepared for the toughest challenges, just because playing for Dave Smart is a challenge in itself, right? But, you know, just like you mentioned, right, not necessarily getting the block, but being a presence and affecting every single shot is what made a difference for the majority of possessions where Young Guns were missing the opportunities around the rim, just because of that factor of him just being in there, extending his arms, and making sure that the Young Guns shoot over him and not through him.
So Churchill on the line for one here, chance to make it a 3-point game with 5:05 remaining. But Young Guns, you know, you're still down 3 if he hits this. You can't get frustrated, can't give up. Still a close game, but Kevin Churchill with 28 points. Gave us a little look on that one. Ronald Brown has been great in this third quarter. Dishes it down to Smith. Now Saunders working down low, able to finish and cuts it to a 1-point game. Saunders being a bit quiet in this second half, but that's now 22 for him. Clayton on the crossover. Oh, was a tough finish and threw it up off the top of the basket out of bounds.
A little too high up there off the glass. He couldn't find the angle, but great decision by Clayton either way.
Brown on that one. Just a little too high. Maybe 2008 would have caught it. It's super high. In 2008, you would have caught that. Ronald, great guy. A little laugh there. Did you coach him at one point, Chris? Yeah. At Citadel, yeah. And now Churchill on the block. Working on Saunders. Churchill. Can't get that to go. Nearly followed his own shot, but a good job by Jaden Smith to preserve possession for Young Guns. Now Mercer. Tough angle. Saunders cleans it up. And they got the lead again.
Saunders being active now on the glass and on the defensive end, affecting that shot from Churchill on defense and then getting 2 layups back to back.
That's 24 for Saunders, so we're seeing a battle of the bigs today. Churchill and Saunders both putting up big numbers. Mercer with the rebound. Nice defense there by Tynes on Scott to force a difficult shot. Smith. Brown slips the screen. Smith, look at the handle. Kicks to the corner. Extra pass. Saunders, no space. Can't knock it down. Tynes with an impressive rebound over his head. Oh! Chase Tynes with eyes in the back of his head. Drops the nasty no-look dime to Smith for 2.
This was some Magic Johnson action, throwing over the head without looking where he was throwing that ball.
They're going to count the bucket. Goaltend there on Tynes, and Clayton will be headed to the line for a 3-point play. Who is the foul on? Foul on Brown, his third. And that will put Clayton on the free throw line, where he's hit 6 already today. Clayton with 15 points. It's been quiet, but that's what he does, unable to hit the free throw. Young Guns 1-point lead, 3 minutes to go. Every time I look up, it's tied or a 1-point lead. Mercer now around the Tynes screen, dishes to Saunders. Good positioning by Churchill, and able to force the turnover and let him know about it after.
Great defense, active hands there. You know, it's hard to dribble with Churchill.
Yeah.
Him getting almost into that spider stance, we can say, taking away so much space, just standing there, not moving, but just being a presence. And the amount of times we actually said that, and it works every single time, just goes to show what just happened.
got a quick towel stoppage here. Just once again, you know, this game's tight. We don't have a lot of time to shoot the breeze, but huge shout out to Daniel Judd and everybody who's helped make this RGT League happen. 18 teams. Every team's played like 11, 12, 13, 14 games with playoffs included. And it's gone off smoothly, which is really impressive.
And also shout out to the facilities, you know, the local mosque in Halifax and University of King's College Gymnasium.
Of course you're going to give a shout out to King's College.
Of course I have to.
Now Barry, back up top to Silver.
As old as it is.
Churchill. No, this gym's got a lot of character.
A lot of history. If you can't see the banners, but there are a lot of them.
Churchill stripped there by Tynes, and Tynes able to deflect it off Churchill's foot for the possession. Things really tightening up now. Neither team wanting to give an inch as we get into the winning time of this game. Chisholm for three. No good. Silver and Tynes battling for the rebound. That's going to be 4 on Chase Tynes.
I don't think that was a foul. Both guys went up for the rebound, and
Tynes thought it was his 5th, went to the bench, but it's only his 4th, according to the stats. There's 2 minutes left here. Clayton. Pull-up jumper, hits it.
A long 2, but getting the lead back for Team Kizzy, as it is continuing to be that back and forth 1-point game swing.
17 points for Clayton. Tynes on the catch and finish. What a game here. 1:40 remaining. Oh, a foul on Barry, and that's his 5th. A risky play there by Chase Tynes. He's got 4. He bodied up on Barry away from the ball. Barry gave him a little bit of a push.
Well, they recognize that Barry has 5 fouls. He's been a little bit of a challenge, you know, when both Churchill and Barry are on the floor. So taking that away will put them in a different situation.
So Barry's fouled out. Travis Adams has that shoe off. I don't think we're going to see him again today.
I doubt it.
And now Corey Holland checks in, but for the first time all game, Kizzy doesn't really have a notable size advantage for this last minute 38.
And it plays into the hands of Young Guns, right? They struggled with Kevin Churchill, but now it kind of gives them that leeway of sending an extra guy, because you can make that quick rotation and get out to the shooters or get out on the perimeter and help the helper on the defensive end. And also, it's going to be a lot easier to get those rebounds on both ends of the floor. You got to be aggressive, and I think Young Guns have a good shot at taking this game.
Should be interesting for sure as we get into the final minute 38. Young Guns up 1 with possession. I think I think Kizzy will finish the game with this Tyler Scott, Will Silver, Marquis Clayton, Corey Hollett, Kevin Churchill 5. Meanwhile, for the Young Guns, they've got Jaden Smith, Demerick Mercer, Chase Tynes, Sam Chisholm, and Kendall Saunders. Here we go, Mercer. The lightning quick point guard out of Halifax Grammar School. He's been solid all weekend. Mercer on the drive, dish down for Saunders. Tough catch, and he's fouled. And they're going to give Saunders 2 shots, I think. Nope. Manny State's called it on the floor. Foul on Clayton, just his 2nd.
Now, both teams are lingering in that bonus. Nobody has fouls to give, and free throws will be crucial in this last minute and so. The towel break continues.
Yep.
It's really hard to play in the summer because the floor doesn't dry as fast as it would, even going through with towels, and, you know, as we like to say, bring your feet in when you have a bunch of basketball players just trying to wipe it off with their shoes. But now back into it we go.
Mercer around the Saunders screen. They've been calling that pick and roll a lot. Mercer flying to the hoop again. Outstanding rim protection by Kevin Churchill, but it's going to remain Young Guns ball on the baseline.
And yeah, Kevin Churchill once again being that presence, you know, not standing tall, getting the block, and doing
They're given 8 seconds on the shot clock here. 1:13 on the game clock. Saunders on the drive, throws it up there. Bit of a prayer, can't get it to drop. Silver looking to push for Kizzy. Now he'll slow it down, finds Scott, walks into a three. Tyler Scott, huge triple to put his team up 2.
And that's what Scott does. Notorious shooter on all levels. We've seen him knock down threes today. He's got to his spots. Tough fadeaways against Sam Chisholm, who's been really chasing him around on this court. But wow, can't give him too much space on that one, especially this late in the game.
That's 19 points for Scott on the afternoon. Takes over second in Kizzy scoring behind Kevin Churchill's 28. I just tabulated them all. Marquis Clayton has 17, Osbury with 10, Travis Adams with 8, but it doesn't look like we'll see him again after he came up with an injury. Meanwhile, for the Young Guns, Kendall Saunders with 24, but look at the balanced scoring. Sam Chisholm with 13, Jaden Smith with 13, Demerick Mercer with 12, Chase Tynes with 12, Jonah Crowther with 10, Ronald Brown with 8.
Everybody contributes, team effort, and it's exactly the reason why both of these teams are staying in this game.
Under a minute to go, 2-point game. Jaden Smith feeds it to Mercer, gets his man in the air. Mercer drives baseline and an offensive foul. And Corey Hollett with a big defensive play, sliding underneath and taking the contact.
And that is not something you would see in your typical men's league game.
No,
not
you're
a lot
right.
of people take charges, and there you go. In the moments that matter the most, with minute left, take a charge.
Well, that's a big call to make, too. I don't think it was the wrong call, but some fans here aren't happy, one in particular. That's a big call to make. You know, 44 seconds left, your team up 2, the charge on the baseline dish. Huge defensive play by Corey Hollett. Now Churchill. 19-second difference between game and shot clock, so Kizzy can hold here. And if they get a bucket, it's going to be tough for Young Guns. Silver, shot clock down to 2, blocked by Tynes. Wrestling for possession, and it's a shot clock violation. So 18.5 seconds. Wow, 18.5 seconds. Young Guns is gonna call a timeout. All right, Ilya, put your coaching hat on.
Honestly speaking, I'm not gonna be mad if we see some overtime right now.
No, hell no.
This is amazing. But I think the coaching hat is really you need to make sure you move the ball. You have a lot of time. You do not need to force a 3. You could get moving and get guys going. Share the ball. They've been good attacking from the middle, getting the ball, getting possible switch on the big, and having either Mercer attacking on Churchill and getting the contact and dishing it out. But I think the drive is the play here.
Well, yeah, we've seen a lot of the Mercer-Saunders screen and roll, and yeah, that brings Churchill out, gets him on the perimeter, takes away his threat as a rim protector. However, my prediction is Jaden Smith game-winning 3. I'm just throwing that into the universe. We'll see what happens.
And I feel like if they do miss a shot, I can see Sam Chisholm hustling for that rebound.
Or a Chase Tynes put-back dunk to beat the buzzer.
Hey, honestly, this would be a cherry on top and the exclamation point to sum it up this afternoon.
So Young Guns down 2, 18.5 seconds remaining. Championship Sunday, RGT, packed house here at King's College. What more could you ask for out of summer basketball? Mercer, the speedy point guard, will bring the ball up, defended by Marquis Clayton. Here is that Mercer-Saunders pick and roll. Clock down to 8. Smith for 3. Off rim. Saunders fouled. And Kendall Saunders, pressure is on. 2 free throws, 3.8 seconds to go. A chance to potentially send this to OT.
Hey, you called it. The shot was
thank
there.
you.
The shot was there. But once again, the pick and roll, the switch action, the attack, and the kick, because the defense was forced to help. And now Saunders knocking the first one. Let's see if he can convert and tie the game up.
The other sneaky thing about that play, they got Churchill out on the perimeter. That allowed Saunders to get the offensive glass.
100%.
Oh, baby. Here we go. 3.8 seconds left. Young Guns timeout. You want to put your coaching hat on again?
Honestly, this is one thing that Young Guns cannot let happen. They cannot lose track of Tyler Scott or Marquis Clayton.
Yeah, those guys
Both
are
of the
killers.
Guys can attack, knock down shots off the dribble.
Yep.
They will make you pay if you leave them open on the three-point line. And if you do leave them on the three-point line, contest it. Do not give them an inch of space.
Clayton's last ever game at SMU, he had a 35-footer to beat Acadia at the buzzer. Just saying.
Anything is possible, right?
We've seen the heroics from him before. What a day of basketball. If you're at home and you're not enjoying this, I hope people go back and watch this one on YouTube after, because it is an instant classic.
And if you do not have the chance to watch it, make sure you watch these games next time you have an opportunity to do so.
Here we go, 3.8 seconds. Will Silver inbounding. The lob for Churchill. They called a foul on the hold, and Churchill's going to shoot two. The clock should not have started. Churchill's going to get 2 free throws. The clock should not have started there.
The question now becomes, was the foul before the ball got inbounded? Because if that's the case, Kizzy get to the free throw line and get to hold on to the ball after those shots.
So 4th foul on Kendall Saunders. Kevin Churchill with 28 on the night. Chance to potentially win the game from the line. Churchill hits the first. Smooth as butter. The Carleton Raven. Ice in his veins. Should be 3.8 on the clock. They've got 2.9. We'll see if they give him an extra second. As Churchill hits both, that's 30. No timeouts. Chisholm, nowhere to go. Heaves it. Oh,
my
that
goodness.
Was really close to going in off front rim.
And
wow.
This looked on target, and I feel like had he not lose control of the ball, he might have had just enough space to get that shot off. But the winner of tonight's matchup is Kizzy, as they claim the RGT Season 3 Men's League Championship.
Absolutely. We're going to have a quick interview with the player of the game. Kevin Churchill, 30 points, the game-winning free throws. What can you say about his performance today?
I mean, you could say anything and everything.
Yeah.
The defensive presence, the offensive presence. You know, Young Guns really struggled guarding him at most of the game. And, you know, that's your veteran and pro experience that was on display here today. He's backing the defenders down, getting those easy layups, and making them pay.
An instant classic here in the RGT. We're going to keep it live here for the championship presentation, and we'll have a post-game interview with the player of the game. Shout out to Kizzy, man. They're defending champions. Everybody except for TJ Hollett, and I believe Oz Berry was on last year's team as well. So what a season, what a league, what a game. Chase Tynes. Oh, they're just reading out the the Young Guns roster, and they got some silver medals for them maybe. What a game.
Amazing. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than that. It was amazing. Everything from intensity to competitiveness to fun, fact, and the cheapness of the game. Everything was just amazing, and I'm hoping that everyone at home who had the chance to watch and who will go back to rewatch this game will be able to learn something and, you know, enjoy the game the way we were able to today.
Well, Kizzy with a fantastic performance. Let's not forget they went to overtime yesterday too. So 2 tight games against 2 very good teams, able to show that veteran mentality and grind out some tough wins.
And it shows. That's the experience, you know, you can talk about all day long.
You getting a championship ring for this one? Oh, okay. Yeah. Right on. Former Kizzy champion, Elliot Thompson, another Carleton Raven. And today's MVP is Kevin Churchill. We're going to get him over here for an interview in a second. I'm going to wrap up for us, and we'll have Kevin Churchill as an interview. So, Ilya, my pleasure reuniting. I'm excited for a season of AUS Hoops with you, but what a weekend, what a game to call. Thanks for being a part of the broadcast.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. I'm glad Danny Judd obviously reached out to me. It's an amazing experience and amazing 2 days of basketball. I couldn't be happier. Can't wait to call some games this upcoming season, whether it's basketball, football, soccer, you name it. I'm all ready to go, and I'm excited. Couldn't be happy.
All right, I'm going to take the headset off, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned with an interview with today's championship MVP, Kevin Churchill, right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles YouTube. Here. And we're live now with the championship MVP of RGT Summer League Season 2, Kevin Churchill. Kevin, what a performance for you today. 30 points, amazing rebounding and rim protection. What was the key to this win for Kizzy today?
You know, we got a lot of guys that are vets and have kind of been here before, and even when they come back at the end, we were able to just kind of keep it all together, do what we got to do, and take it one play at a time.
Now, I know you're from Toronto originally, played at Carleton, but what can you say about your experience with basketball on the East Coast and specifically this RGT league with the level of competition here in the summer?
It's been a ton of fun. Like there's a handful of teams where pretty much every single guy played university or pro at some level. So the competition's good. We know when we get into playoffs, like every team is good. Every team's gonna be a battle. So it's been a ton of fun.
And you're obviously no stranger to winning championships. Quite a few at Carleton as a player and assistant coach, and now your second consecutive with Kizzy. You guys going to run it back? For the three-peat?
So. I think that's the plan. Run it back. That's definitely the plan.
All right. Well, congrats again to today's MVP, deserving Kevin Churchill and Kizzy on their 93-91 championship victory. Thanks, Kevin.
Take care.
For myself, Alan April, Ilya Kurbanov, our whole team at Maritime Athletic Profiles, on behalf of the RGT, thank you for watching live coverage of the 2022 RGT Championship Weekend from Halifax. Congrats again to Kizzy on the victory.